I only have done this video game. I haven't done any other video game. It's 10 years, and I will only do another game if I feel that is something that I can connect, you know, because of the originality, or because it will be something that hit me in a particular way. Certainly, The Last of Us matched an idea that I had for a long time. Not being a gamer, I'd love to watch people play, and I used to love to watch my son play because he was a very good gamer. Most of the games are, you know, combat, survival, fighting, you know, and I thought, well, if somebody really does a game that connects in an emotional way with a gamer, it's going to change the whole thing. It's going to be a different thing. And after, you know, I won the Oscars and stuff, I was approached by several video game companies, one of them very big, but it was more of the same. And I really knew what I wanted to do. I like to think and say that part of whatever the success I have achieved has to do not only with the things that I've done, but also with the things that I said no to, you know? And so I just wait, and then Neil Druckmann appeared, and he just told me exactly what I want to do a game that connects in an emotional level. And he told me the story. I love the story. It's nice to mention that lots of people actually cry playing the game. So for me, in a way, I mean, the process has to do with, obviously, storytelling, which is something that I always have in mind, whether it's a song, an album, or whatever. It's always about stories, telling stories, right? I had very clear also that what Neil liked about my work, and is something that is present and is part of the essence, you know, of what I do, and it's this thing that connects with the heart directly, you know. Some music, you know, takes more time, and like inspiration is not something that always comes immediately, you know. At the same time, I'm not the kind of guy that is waiting for the light bulb to go on and waiting for that. I like to work. Sometimes it happens immediately, sometimes it takes more time. But in this particular theme, I knew I wanted to do something with the Ronroco. But I remember that I woke up one morning, which is something that has happened other times, that the morning, for some reason, you know, can bring that after, you know, sleep or a dream or something. I just picked up the Ronroco, and the theme just came out. And then there's a middle section of the piece that is more open, when it opens up and it gets to be like more major, you know, and stuff that I connect a little bit with the road and these open spaces, you know. That was actually something that I did after didn't came out in that first thing, but the core of the theme came out all together. You know, I mean, I've mentioned that I'm not an academically trained musician, so I don't know how to read or write music, but I've loved what has happened with some of my music, that I can go in the internet, you know, and find lots of people sort of analyzing my music, you know, people that actually are academically trained and that can say things about it, you know. There was some interpretations of music that were really very accurate, and some things that I don't necessarily, I mean, we have talked about this other moments, that I don't necessarily articulate, but then somebody mentions something, going, oh yeah, I mean, oh yes, you know, I'm doing this, you know. So the beginning, you know, the it has like this sort of passage of time, which is really true. You know, one of the things that I love about this particular theme is, again, the possibility that I mean, what came out of it, that the Ronroco really becomes an instrument, like I said, from the orchestra. Nobody would tell me, oh, it's so beautiful, that instrument from the Andes Mountains that you're using it. Nobody refers to that. I mean, you know, it's something that now is integrated in another way. It's like I always say, if you hear a sitar, immediately the sitar will, the sound of it, you connect to India, you know, or Pakistan or wherever. But this instrument has the possibility of being integrated in many, of course, in music from the Andes, but also in other kinds of music.